Each square in a 3x3 grid is randomly filled with one of the 4 gray and white tiles shown below on the right. What is the probability that the tiling will contain a large gray diamond in one of the smaller 2x2 grids? Below is an example of such tiling. Each cell we are going to shade, we have 4 options, either this one, or this way, or this way, or this way, and we would like to get 2x2 large gray diamond in the shading. What's the probability for this? To get this, how we can get this 2x2 large gray diamond? We can get on the upper left corner, or we can get into upper right corner, or we can get in lower left corner, or we can get that gray tiling. Is the fourth option is the lower right corner. Okay, we have 4 possibilities to get that large tiling, and let's do each case. Okay, let's make that actually 4 copies for this. And what's the probability to get this for each case? Let's get it. 4 possibilities. And to get that 2x2 gray diamonds in the upper left corner, and if the center cell is shaded in this orientation, then we can get it in here. To get in the upper right corner, the center cell needs to be shaded in this orientation, then we can get the 2x2 diamond. To get in the lower left corner, the center cell must be shaded in this orientation, then we can get there in the lower left corner. And finally, to get in the lower right corner, the center cell must shade in this orientation. So that what diamond figure we are going to get is determines the center cell, and center cell could be any of this shading possibilities is fine for center cell. And after that, after we pick the center cell, the 3 important cells we have, for each of them has certain types of shading to get this 2x2 diamond figure. So for the center cell, it's we have any options are fine. This possibility is 1, probability is 1, any of them is fine. For example, if we choose this one for the center cell, so the important cells are these 3 cells, and to be shaded for this one to this orientation, we have 1/4 possibilities, and the second cell to be shaded in this orientation is also we have 1/4 possibilities, and the third cell to be shaded in this orientation also we have 1/4 possibilities. So 1 times this, it's going to be 1 out of 64. 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4, 1 out of 64 is the probability to get that diamond shape. So for other cases, it's going to be the same. It doesn't matter which orientation we choose the center cell shaded orientation doesn't matter here. What matters is going to be after that, the 3 important cells. If the center cell shaded in this orientation, now the important cells are these 3 cells. And these 3 cells need certain type of shading. And let's say this is the first cell, we have to shade in this orientation, 1/4 chance to get that. And for the second cell, we have to shade in this orientation, that's also 1/4 chance. And the third cell needs to be shaded in this in this orientation, that's also 1/4 chance. So the probability is 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4, which is 1 out of 64 in each 1 out of 64 in each case of center cell is shading. So answer is option C.